Today I'm going to talk about a very interesting card, the OCBC NXT, which is a rather unique card in the sense that it is a buy now pay later card that has some specific yet compelling use cases. Also, do remember to watch till the end and drop me a like because I'm showing you how to get some rewards from topping up your Grab wallet. I think we all know what buy now pay later is, but in case you're not familiar with the latest craze in the payments world, buy now pay later actually splits your payment over a course of 3 or 6 months and then they charge no interest. So that's actually what the OCBC NXT card does. When you make a spend on the OCBC NXT card, your payment is split across 3 or 6 months depending on the size of the transaction. Transactions below $1,000 will be split across 3 months, whereas transactions at least $1,000 or more will be split across 6 months. And the great thing is that there is no interest for your payments. So if you make a spend of $300, this $300 is spread across 3 months and therefore you only pay $100 each month. And if you make a spend of, let's say, $3,000, it is split across 6 months, meaning to say you pay $500 every month for the next 6 months. There is a trigger amount that you can set, and by default it is $100, meaning to say any spend under $100 will not be split, but anything above $100, which is the trigger amount, will be split either 3 or 6 months depending on the transaction size. You can change the trigger amount to however much you want as long as it is a minimum of $100 and your desired trigger amount must be in a multiple of 100. The card comes with 2-year fee waiver, and when you hit $10,000 of spending within a year, you automatically qualify for a fee waiver. Now, when you're approaching the end of your fee waiver period, note that it is best not to have installments crossing the card anniversary if you're not confident of getting a fee waiver from the bank. This is because if you cancel the card to avoid paying the annual fee, you have to pay an admin fee to pay off any outstanding installments left. This actually applies to other credit cards as well, but this affects the OCBC NXT more since it is after all an installment card. In a world where interest rates are as high as they are right now, cash flow is king, and this card actually helps improve our cash flow by stretching our interest-free payment term for as long as 6 months. Not only that, it offers cash rebates depending on how much your monthly bill is. So if your monthly bill is anything below $1,000, you get 0.5% rebate. And if your amount is above $1,000 each month, you get 1% cashback on the bill size. So for example, if you made a $600 spend on this card and it's split across the next 3 months, you get a $200 monthly bill and therefore you get 0.5% on this $200, meaning to say you get $1 cashback per month for the next 3 months. And if you spend $6,000 and it's split across 6 months, your monthly bill is now $1,000 and you get 1% cashback per month, meaning to say you get $10 each month for the next 6 months. Now, this cashback may seem very small, but again, remember, you have cash flow, meaning to say the money can be sitting in your bank generating interest instead. Let's break out trusty old Excel again to see how much return we can actually get when we improve our cash flow. First off, you're going to assume that the interest rate is around 4% per annum, and that's not really a difficult rate to get given that there are accounts like UOB1, OCBC 360, even Bonus Saver, or in fact, shorter term instruments like T-bills and fixed deposits. If we make a spend of $6,000 on the OCBC NXT card, what happens is that we have to pay a monthly repayment of $1,000 each month. Now we will get a 1% cashback on the $6,000 of spend eventually, and that will give us $60 of cashback. And that of course is a very low amount of reward to get for $6,000 of spend. But remember, our $6,000 can stay in our account to earn interest. And in the first month, we actually get $20 of interest based on 4% on $6,000. The next month, we will pay it down by $1,000, meaning to say we have a $5,000 sum still sitting in our bank account, and that will give us $16.67 of interest. The next month, again, we are repaying $1,000 and we now have $4,000 of money left in our bank account, and we earn $13 plus interest. Now, we will repeat this process until the debt is fully paid, and we will have earned $70 of interest by doing this, and therefore we can add it to our $60 of cashback, making it $130 of cashback on $6,000 of spend. Now, $130 on a spend of $6,000 is only about 2-point-something% of cashback, which may not be the most exciting, but what cards actually give you 2+% cashback on $6,000 of spend? Most cashback cards actually max out after a few $100s, and therefore if you have a large transaction size, you might want to consider the OCBC NXT for higher cashback rate than all those 1.5% unlimited cards. And that's the first use case I can see for this card, handling large transactions. So not only can you improve affordability of things, you also improve your cash flow and you don't have to pay something of $6,000 or more in one shot. And you can take your time over 6 months to pay off, and you also earn interest on it and some cashback. Now, 2+% is not the most impressive of rates, but I think again, most cashback cards struggle to give you a decent cashback on such a large transaction.
Weevil is having this excellent promo where you fund any amount at all, and you walk away with 5 free shares. All you have to do is sign up with my link, put in any amount that you want, and hold it for 30 days. Thereafter, you can get 5 free shares for you to keep or sell, and they're worth at least $10 each. On top of that, there's a weekly draw of $888 worth of Tesla shares to walk away with, and you may even win the grand prize of a Tesla Model 3 car. So thanks for using my link, and thanks to Weeboo for sponsoring my YouTube channel.
The second use case is rather specific, but it can come in handy for a lot of people, and that is to pay your Great Eastern insurance policies. When you use the OCBC NXT card to pay for your Great Eastern insurance premium, what happens is that it is split automatically across 12 months regardless of the transaction amount. But you have to pay a 1% surcharge on the amount that you charge to your OCBC NXT. Also, you do not get cash rebate on this transaction because the cash rebate of the OCBC NXT is only awarded on non-excluded transactions, and insurance is one of those things that are commonly excluded across different cards. And OCBC NXT is no exception. It also does not give cashback on insurance premiums. Why then do we want to charge our Great Eastern premiums to our OCBC NXT card? Well, the reason is that you can actually opt for annual payment when it comes to your GE policy, and when you pay annually on insurance, you tend to get a discount. I asked my GE friend, and apparently it is cheaper by 3% when you choose annual payment. But of course, the downside is that you have to pay in one lump sum and you lose the cash flow as well as the interest you can earn from paying your policy monthly instead. Therefore, the advantage of putting your G premiums on your OCBC NXT card is that you get to enjoy the cheaper premium of an annual payment mode, but yet still pay for your bill on a monthly basis, therefore improving your cash flow and earning you some extra interest during the year. If your GE premium is $6,000 per year, it is split across 12 months, meaning to say you pay $500 every month. Now, you don't get any cash rebate on this figure, but as we can see, you can actually keep your cash sitting in your bank earning interest. This way, you can get as much as $130 of interest, which is 2.17% rebate on $6,000 of spend. So is it worth paying that 1% fee? I think so. There's still some savings to get, and yeah, that's better than zero, which insurance typically attracts. Now, the last use case I have for this card is you can top up your Grab and earn something from it.
Do note that this is theoretical as I have not tried this myself, but it should work as wallet top-ups are not excluded from bill splitting.
Now, if you've been following the Grab game for some time, you will know that UOB Absolute reduced its cashback rate to a pathetic 0.3%. Amex has excluded Grab top-ups altogether, so we are left with virtually no rewards when we top up our Grab wallet. Now, Grab, I think, is still fairly relevant because there are so many retail shops, especially those in the neighborhood, that don't accept credit cards, but they only accept Grab. And if we can get a little bit of rewards from paying such things, life is a little bit cheaper, I guess. And yet, UOB Absolute only gives 0.3%. Now, the OCBC NXT changes things slightly because you can now get some rewards from topping up your Grab wallet by using the OCBC NXT in a rather indirect manner. So if you top up $3,000 into your OCBC NXT card, your monthly payment is now $500, and your $3,000 can sit in your bank account and earn, again, 4% per annum interest, making it a total of $35 at the end of 6 months. And the rebate is around 1.17%. 1.17% is of course far better than the 0.3% the UOB Absolute gives, but of course this assumes that you are able to get 4% per annum interest rate from your bank account. It also assumes that you are using your GrabPay to pay for an immediate expense, because if you were to top up to your Grab wallet and then let it sit there, yeah, it is not earning interest, and yeah, so don't do that. Just top up only when you need to make a spend in the short term. Now, even at a lower 2% per annum interest, you can still get around $17 of interest by playing this game, which is about 0.58% rebate, almost double of the UOB Absolute. So yeah, this is just one idea of getting extra rewards when you top up your Grab wallet. Now, even if your top up amount is relatively low, let's say $500, and it does not get split across 6 months, being split across 3 months still gets you around 0.67% rebate based on my calculation. So there you have it. The OCBC NXT card is a relatively niche card that has very specific use cases, but hey, if you fall into one of these use cases, I think you'll definitely sign up for it, and you can do so at my link for some sign up goodies and help support the channel as well. Now, I think this card can also be a little bit problematic because as with buy now pay later stuff, right, if you're using it and depending on it to make things affordable, you might have a spending problem. So yeah, as with all tools, it can help you better your life, but it can also help you to get in debt. So please use it responsibly. Now, if you like my content, do subscribe to my Telegram group, right? And join the chat group because we share so many tips and hacks for free. So I don't know why you're not there yet. So see you there, and also tap on this video for a review of another card that I made, as well as this video that YouTube thinks you'll really enjoy, and I'll see you in those videos. When you use your OCBC cash flow, that's the old name.